ॐ वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। गुरवे सर्वलोकानां विषये भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। नारायणं पद्मभुवं वसिष्ठं शक्तिं च तत्पुत्रपराशरं च व्यासं शुकं गौडपदं महान्तं गोविन्दयोगीन्द्रमथास्य शिष्यं श्रीशङ्कराचार्यमथास्य पद्मपादं च हस्तामलकं च शिष्यं तं तोटकं वार्तिककारमन्यान् अस्मद्गुरून् सन्ततमानतोऽस्मि। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणं तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारं प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयामदेवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागुंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेमदेवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ ब्रह्मदेवानां प्रथमः सम्बभूव
ॐ ब्रह्मादेवानां प्रथमः सम्बभूव
विश्वस्य कर्ता भुवनस्य गोप्ता
विश्वस्य कर्ता भुवनस्य गोप्ता
स ब्रह्मविद्यां सर्वविद्याप्रतिष्ठाम्
ब्रह्मविद्यां सर्वविद्याप्रतिष्ठाम्
अथर्वाय ज्येष्ठपुत्राय प्राह
अथर्वाय
वाय
ज्येष्ठपुत्राय
ज्येष्ठपुत्राय
प्राह
प्राह
अथर्वणेयां प्रवदेत ब्रह्मा
अथर्वणेयां
अथर्वणेयां
प्रवदेत
प्रवदेत
ब्रह्मा
ब्रह्मा
अथर्वातां पुरोवाचाङ्गिरे ब्रह्मविद्याम्
अथर्वातां
अथर्वतां प्रोवाचाङ्गिरे ब्रह्मविद्याम्
ब्रह्म
स भारद्वाजाय सत्यवहाय प्राह
स
भारद्वाजाय
भारद्वाजाय
सत्यवहाय
सत्यवहाय
प्राह
प्राह
भारद्वाजोऽङ्गिरसे परावराम्
भारद्वाजो
भारद्वाजो
गिरसे परावरा
परावरा
शौनको भवै महाशालः
शौनकः वै महाशालः
अङ्गिरसं विधिवदुपसन्नः पप्रच्छ
अङ्गिरसं
अङ्गिरसं
पप्रच्छ
विधिवदुपसन्नप्रच्छ
कस्मिन् भगवो विज्ञाते सर्वमिदं विज्ञातं भवति इति
कस्मिन् भगवो विज्ञाते सर्वमिदं विज्ञातं भवति इति
तस्मै सहोवाच
तस्मै सहोवाच
द्वे विद्ये वेदितव्ये इति हस्म
द्वे
विद्ये वेदितव्ये इति हस्म
यद्ब्रह्मविदो वदन्ति परा चैव परा च
यद्ब्रह्मविदो वदन्ति परा चैव परा च
तत्र परा ऋग्वेदो यजुर्वेदः
तत्र
तत्र परा ऋग्वेदो यजुर्वेदः
सामवेदोऽथर्ववेदः
सामवेदोऽथर्ववेदः
शिक्षा कल्पो व्याकरणं निरुक्तम्
शिक्षा
छन्दो ज्योतिषमिति
छन्दो ज्योतिषमिति
अथ परायया तदक्षरमधिगम्यते
अथ परायया
यत्तदद्रेशमग्राह्यमगोत्रमवर्णम् अचक्षुश्रोत्रं तदपानिपादम् नित्यं विभुं सर्वगतं सुसूक्ष्मम्
नित्यं
तदव्ययं यद्भूतयोनिं परिपश्यन्ति धीराः
तदव्ययं
Somebody's mic is making noise. I don't know whose one. Please make sure that there is no background noise. Krishnanji, I think your side.
Really?
Yes, your side. यतो ननाभिसृजते गृह्णते च
यथोर्णनाभिं सृजति गृह्णते च
यथा पृथिव्यामोषधयः सम्भवन्ति
यथा पृथिव्यामोषधयः सम्भवन्ति
यथा सतः पुरुषात् केशलोमानि
यथा
यथा
सतः
सतः पुरुषात् केशलोमानि
तथा क्षरात् सम्भवतीह विश्वम्
तथा अक्षरात् सम्भवति विश्वम्।
तपसा चीयते ब्रह्म
तपसा चीयते ब्रह्म
ततो नमभिजायते
ततो
नभिजायते
अन्नात् प्राणो मनः सत्यम्
अन्नात् प्राणो मनः सत्यम्
लोकात् कर्मसु चामृतम्
लोकात्
कर्मसु चामृतम्।
Krishanji, may not be yours. I think somebody has switched on the fan or something. That makes noise.
Okay.
Okay. So, fan also is there, mic also is there, so noise will be more. And I kept the volume more in my laptop, so it bangs my ear. Please, you can, when we chant, you can switch out the fan. After that, you can switch on. It's difficult to stay in Chennai without fan. Okay. Now the Bhashyam to this mantra. Tapasa
तपसा
तपसा
ज्ञानेन उत्पत्ति विधिज्ञतया
ज्ञानेन विधिज्ञतया
भूतयोन्यक्षरम्
भूतयोन्यक्षरम्
ब्रह्म चीयते उपचीयते
ब्रह्म चीयते उपचीयते
उत्पिपादयिषत् इदं जगत्
उत्पादयिषत् इदं जगत्
अंकुरम् इव बीजम्
अंकुरम् इव
बीजम्
उच्छूनतां गच्छति
उच्छूनतां गच्छति
पित्रम् इव पिता हर्षेण
पुत्रम् इव पिता हर्षेण
एवं सर्वज्ञतया
एवं सर्वज्ञतया
सृष्टिस्थितिसंहारशक्तिविज्ञानवत्तया
सृष्टिस्थितिसंहारशक्तिविज्ञानवत्तया
उपचितात् ततः ब्रह्मणः अन्नम् अद्यते भुज्यते इति अव्याकृतम्
अन्नम्
अद्यते भुज्यते इति अव्याकृतम्
साधारणं संसारिणाम्
साधारणं संसारिणाम्
याचिकीर्षिता अवस्थारूपेण
अवस्थारूपेण
अभिजायते उत्पद्यते
उत्पद्यते
ततश्च अव्याकृतादि याचिकीर्षिता अवस्थावतः
याचिकीर्षिता अवस्थावतः
ततश्च अव्याकृतात् व्याचिकीर्षितावस्थावतः
व्याकृतात् व्याचिकीर्षिता
व्याचिकीर्षितावस्थावतः
अवस्थावतः
अन्नात् प्राणः हिरण्यगर्भः
अन्नात्
अन्नात्
प्राणः
प्राणः
हिरण्यगर्भः
हिरण्यगर्भः
ब्रह्मणः
ब्रह्मणः
ज्ञानक्रियाशक्त्यधिष्ठितजगत्साधारणः
ज्ञानक्रियाशक्तिष्ठितजगत्साधारणः
जगत्साधारणः
अविद्याकामकर्मभूतसमुदायबीजाङ्कुरः
अविद्याकामकर्मभूतसमुदाय
अविद्याकामकर्मभूतसमुदाय
बीजाङ्कुरः
बीजाङ्कुरः
जगदात्मा
जगदात्मा
अभिजायते इति अनुषङ्गः
अभिजायते
इति अनुषङ्गः
Okay. Up to this we saw. I think this was the last line
Yes, Ji, yeah.
we read, and after that, the next line we have to start. So we have been discussing this for more than two classes. So I don't want to go back again and do the same thing. So I will start from the next line onwards. So up to this we understand. Brahma chiyate. Brahma visualizes. Then it is in the avyakrita stage. Then becomes annam, ready to manifest. Then from the annam, pranaha, there is hiranyagarbha. Hiranyagarbha, which is indicated by the words pranaha, manaha. Prana stands for the kriya shakti. Mana stands for the jnana shakti. So annat pranaha, pranaha bhagavat pada, it says it is hiranyagarbha. All those things we have seen in detail. So hiranyagarbha is avidya. Bhashyakara uses a word, belong, samasa. Avidya kama karma bhuta samudaya bijhankuraha jagadatma abhijayate iti anushangaha. So avyakritat hiranyagarbha. Avyakritat maya upaditagita brahmanaha hiranyagarbha abhijayate. And hiranyagarbha, which is hiranyagarbha is the sukshma prapancha abhimani atma ad brahma, which is hiranyagarbha. Hiranyagarbha abhijayate. First pranaha abhijayate, then from pranaha manaha abhijayate. So that is what the mantra says. So next line we have to read. From annam hiranyagarbha, that is kriya shakti pradhana hiranyagarbha is born. From that kriya pradhana hiranya shakti, then manaha is going to be born. So manaha is, that is the samashti manas. Hiranyagarbha with kriya shakti pradhana is prana. Samashti kriya shakti pradhana is prana. Samashti jnana shakti pradhana is called manaha. So hiranyagarbha, that is born. That is what the next sentence is. So we will read. Tasmacha pranat manaha akhyam sankalpa vikalpa samshaya nirnayadi atmakam abhijayate.
Manaha akyam sankalpa vikalpa samshaya nirnayatma atmaka abhijayate.
Nirnayadi atmakam abhijayate. Nirnayadhyatmakam abhijayate. So from the prana is the samashti prana. We are talking about the total. Individual has not yet come into existence. Brahma with Maya Upadi. From that, Hiranyagarbha, that is Brahma with Sukshma Sharira Upadi. The Sukshma Sharira is Brahma with Sukshma Sharira Upadi is called by the name Hiranyagarbha. So that is born now. So we are talking only about the Samashti. We have not yet come to Vyashti. Vyashti Srishti has not yet started. So therefore, Tasmat, from that, from what? From that Samashti Prana, which was talked about in the previous Vakyam. So from that, what is born? Manaha is born. We are talking about Samashti. This is Samashti Prana, Samashti. Samashti is total, the sum total of the individual. That is why Hiranyagarbha is called Sutratma, because it is common to all. Every Vyashti enjoys the total, a part of the total. Like a huge pond is there. So many people uses the water of the huge pond. Similarly, the total is there. A part of the total is enjoyed by the Vyashti. What is in the total is there in the individual. So mind is the total, and individual enjoys the Vyashti mind. Therefore, it is limited. Therefore, the Vyashti is always limited. The Upadhi of Ishvara, and the Upadhi of the Jiva, always there will be difference. Upadhi cannot be equal. So, the sum total of individual Upadhi is the Upadhi which is called by the name Maya. And Maya we call with respect to Karana Shariram of the total. With respect to the Sukshma Shariram of the total, it is called Hiranyagarbha. And since it is common to all, that is why it is called Sutratma. Sutratma, like the sutra, which connects all the beads in a mala. Similarly, this is common to all the jivas. So therefore, we call by the name Manaha, Samashti Manaha, Mana Akyam, called by the name Mana Akyam, that is Hiranyagarbha, the total mind, which Sankalpa Vikalpa Samshaya Nirnayadhyatmakam Abhijayate, which is characterized by what? Sankalpa. Sankalpa and Vikalpa. Sankalpa, Vikalpa, Samshaya, Nirnayadi. These are the characteristics of the mind. It does Sankalpa, volition. Sankalpa is thinking of a thing in terms of its merits. That is Sankalpa. Vikalpa, which is deliberation. Viparita Kalpa, thinking the disadvantages of that. So pros and cons, thinking the positive side of a thing as well as negative side of a thing. Before we do anything, we think on both sides, Sankalpa, Vikalpa. So Sankalpa, Vikalpa. Then Samshaya, doubt. And Nirnaya, decision. Samshaya means doubt. Doubt means that is, it has not yet come to decision. That state is called doubt. That is what individual also do. Before we decide, we think. And why we think? Because we have samshaya. Therefore we think. We have doubt. Therefore we think. And then we decide. Buddhi decides. Manas is of the nature of sankalpa vikalpa. And once it has been resolved, then the buddhi decides. Nirnaya. So the same thing is projected to the total also. So therefore, Sankalpa, Vikalpa, Samshaya, Nirnayadi. Adi stands for all the emotions. Adi stands for all the emotions. All the emotions, all the feelings, whatever is there in the individual, that you have to project it to the total. desire. The total also has a desire. That's why the srishti, it has projected this srishti. The desire, it's not its own desire. The desire is decided, the desire of the total is decided by the karma of the individual, the sum total of the individual. That is called the visualization. Chiyate, dharma chiyate. So now this mana is born, abhijayate. So Srishti Prakanam is talked about. The Srishti Prakanam, a particular stage here, this stage is talked about. The second stage. You can call it the second stage. So Sukshma Prapancha. Sukshma Prapancha Jananam is talked about. So Abhijayate. So Hiranyagarbha is born now. So Hiranyagarbha, that is Pranaha and Manaha is born. Abhijayate. Mana Akyam Sankalpa Vikalpa Samshaya Nirnayadi Atmakam Abhijayate. Okay, it is born now. After that, the next line. Tataha api
Tataha api
Api
Sankalpadi Atmakat Manasaha
Sankalpadi
Sankalpadi
Atmakat
Atmakat
Manasaha
Manasaha
Satyam
Satyam
Satyakyam
Satyakyam
Akashadi Bhuta Panchakam Abhijayate.
Akashadi Bhuta Panchakam Abhijayate.
Abhijayate.
Tataha api, from that, from what? From the manas, from the Hiranyagarbha, the total mind, which is Sankalpadi Atmakat, which Sankalpadi Atmakam, Visa Sankalpa Vikalpadi Atmakam, therefore Sankalpa Vikalpadi Atmakat. Sankalpa Vikalpadi Atmakat Manasaha. Manas, which consists of Sankalpa, Vikalpa, Nirnaya, Samshaya, and all the emotions or the feelings, all from that manas which is characterized by this, from that Manasaha Panchami Vibhakti. Manasaha Satyam Abhijayate. What is Satyam? Satyam is Satyakyam Akashadi Bhuta Panchakam Abhijayate. From that mind, which has this Sankalpa Vikalpa, from that Satyakyam. Satyakyam is Sat Visas. Sat, it has got two words, Satyakyam. Satyat, two words are there. Sat stands for the Murta Panchabhuta. Tyat stands for Amurta Panchabhuta. So we have two Amurta, Vayu and Akasha. And the other three are Murta Panchabhutas. So therefore Bhashyakara says Akashadi Bhuta Panchakam. The group of 5 elements, Akasha, etc. Satyakyam is equal to Satyakyam. Satyakyam is equal to Akashadi Bhuta Panchakam. That is Panchabhuta. Abhijayate. From that mind, it is born. Mind of Hiranyagarbha. Mind of Hiranyagarbha, this is Panchabhutakam Abhijayate. Akashadi Panchabhutakam Abhijayate. Iti. So this is Panchabhutas have come now. Now after that, the Srishti is going to start. This Panchabhuta will undergo the grossification, that Panchikaranam, the compounding of elements will take place, and that from that all the lokas, the 14 lokas, that will be created. That is said in the next line. We can read. Tasmat
Tasmat
Satyakhyat Bhuta Panchakat
सत्याख्यात् भूतपञ्चकात्
Andakramena
अण्डक्रमेण
Sapta Lokaha Bhuradayah
सप्तलोकाः
लोकाः
भूरादयः
Bhuradayah. You have to supply Abhijayate. Iti Anushangaha. To be connected. Abhijayate to be connected. Every time you have to connect Abhijayate. Tasmat Satyakhyat. Satyakhyat. That is Satyam. Satyam iti Akyam. Yasya. Satyakhyat. That is called by the name Satyam. What is that? Bhuta Panchakam. So Tasmat, from that Bhuta Panchakat, which is called by the name Satya, Satyamiti Akyam, Yasya, from that Saptalokaha, Andakramena, Saptalokaha, Bhuhu, Adayah, Bhugu, Bhuvaha, Suvaha, Maha, Janaha, Tapaha, iti, all these 7 lokas in order they are Abhijayate, it is born, they are born. All these 7 worlds. Only Saptalokaha, another Sapta also we have to add. 14 lokas are there. Sapta means Saptaloka is 7 up and 7 down also we have to add. Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Asatala, Mahatala, Patala. All the lokas, 14 lokas are born. 14 lokas are born from this Panchamaha Bhuta. Then the next line. Now the lokas are created. Now the building is ready. Now Jivas can enter and do Graha Pravesham. That is going to come the next. Jivas are going to born and going to experience the Anubhava. Going to experience the result of that karma pala and do further karma, gain more karma pala. Therefore, it is a cycle. Teshu manusyadi prani varnashrama kramena karmani.
तेषु
मनुष्यादि प्राणि वर्णाश्रमक्रमेण कर्माणि
Teshu means that is in this 14 lokas. In the 14, Teshu refers to the 14 lokas. Sapta lokeshu atava chatur dasha lokeshu manushya, in the 14 worlds. Not in the 14 worlds only manushya. Manushya means jiva, beings. Could be any being. In the 14 worlds, Manushyadi prani he says. So prani, any beings. In the Bhuloka it is Manushya. In other lokas, other beings. So in these 14 lokas, Manushyadi prani varnashrama kramena. Varnashrama kramena. Varnashrama kramena karmani abhijayate. Varnashrama kramena karmani abhijayate. Abhijayate we have to supply. So manushyadi prani varnashrama. Varnashrama is varna ashrama. That is the division of the society into 4. And the division of the individual life into 4. That is called Varnashrama. And this Varnashrama has become a big problem nowadays. Seeing the word, people get angry. Don't understand what it is really. Varnashrama is not dividing the people. Whether you divide the people or not. The classification is there naturally. It is there naturally. That is what the Shastram says. It is there naturally. It is going to be there always. With these 4 divisions, whether you grade those divisions as higher and lower, that is our problem. It is not the problem of the Veda. Anyway, so this Varna and Ashrama, Karmani. Varna, this karma, the karma is born. So, Manushyadi Prani Varna Ashrama Kramena, through this order. This is a natural order. This is unavoidable. This is how it is. This Varna Ashrama is an order that will be there. The social classification will be there as we have the different stages in life. Brahmacharya, Grihastha, Vanaprastha and Sannyasa. It's a general classification of an individual. When the person is born and he learns and he grows, becomes matured, finally he gives up everything and goes for freedom. This is the natural thing happens to a human being. He grows. So therefore, Shastram divides into 4 stages. Nothing wrong in dividing this. This is natural. It is going to be there. So it is born. So first all the lokas are created. Then in all the lokas, Manushya or the equivalent to Manushya or any beings are created. And human beings are endowed with free will. Therefore, in keeping with the order, the Varna Ashrama Vyavastha, they are born and the karmas associated with them. Karma associated with the Varna and Ashrama. All these are born. Karma associated with the Varna, that is the natural division of the society into 4, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudra, and the karma associated with the individual, the different stages of life, Brahmacharya, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, Sannyasa, all these are born. All these are naturally born. So, therefore, karmas are born, and this karma will generate papam punyam. Karma will have its result in the form of the favorable result, unfavorable result. Depends on the karma. So they are born, papam and punyam. That is what the next line says. Karmasu cha
Karmasu cha
nimitta bhuteshu
Nimitta
Nimitta
Bhuteshu
Bhuteshu
amrutam karmajam palam.
Amrutam Karmajam Phalam.
Amrutam Karmajam Palam.
So karmasu, in the mantra karmasu, the word karmasu is there. So karmasu cha is nimitta bhuteshu. Karmasu is saptami, nimitta saptami. The cause for papa punya is the karma. Annat prano manas satyam loka karmasu chamrutam abhijagyate. Because of the karma is the nimitta, the karanam. So therefore it is karmasu nimitta saptami, nimitta bhuteshu. The karma which is the form of the cause. Cause for what? Amrutam. Amrutam is equal to karmajam phalam. That is called amrutam. Karmana jayate iti karmajam. That which is born of karma is karmaja. What is karmaja? Which is palam, karma palam. So amrutam is equal to karma palam. That which is born of the result of the karma, the actions. So when karmas are there, when karmas are done, karma pala will be there. Karma pala cannot be avoided. Whether you want it or not, karma pala will be there. Avashyam bhavitvat. Therefore it is called amrutam. Amrutam literally it means which doesn't die, immortal, but that is not the meaning here. That is, amrutam means avashyam bhavitvat. It will come wherever you are, the karma palam, it will come to you. It will not go to another person. Whether it is punyam or papam, it will come to that person alone. So, therefore, karma palam. That is why it's called amrita. It's called amrutam. Why it is called amrutam? Bhashyakara says, the next line he says, Yavat karmani
Yavat Karmani
kalpa koti shatairapi
कल्पकोटिशतैरपि
न विनश्यन्ति
न
न
विनश्यन्ति
विनश्यन्ति
तावत् फलं न विनश्यति इति अमृतम्
तावत्
तावत्
फलं न
फलं न
विनश्यति
विनश्यति
इति
इति
अमृतम्
अमृतम्.
Why it is called amritam, Bhashyakara says, because as long as it is not experienced, as long as karma palam is not experienced, it is not going to be destroyed. If it is going to be destroyed, then there will not be karma as a seed for the next creation. So, therefore, karma palam is avashyam bhavitva. Definitely, it will come. It will come. It will come. It will reach the person. Avashyam bhavitva. Therefore, it is amritam. Avashyam bhavitva. Kalpa koti shatehi api. Kalpa koti shatehi api. Yavat karmani kalpa koti shatehi api na vinashyanti. Kalpa koti, 100 crores of kalpa. As long as his papa punyam are not vinashyanti, are not destroyed. Destruction is by anubhava, only by experiencing. So as long as his karma pala is lasting, not experienced, it is not going to be destroyed. It will be there. It will be there in the account of the individual. In the account, it will be unexhausted. It will be there. It will be there. So it will not go. It will wait for the right time to reach the person and fructify. So therefore, it will be there in the potential form, will not be destroyed. Therefore, it is called tavat palam karma palani naminashyanti. Ataha, it is called amrutam. That is why it is called the amrutam. The karma will wait. The karma will wait for the next manifestation. So therefore avashyam bhoktavyam. Kritam karma avashyam bhoktavyam. Whether it is good or bad, shubha ashubham api, avashyam bhoktavyam. Therefore, karma which is not exhausted is not destroyed. It will be there. Even for many cycles of creation. Kalpa koti shatehi api. If that is the case, then what happens when jnanam takes place? Jnanam takes place is, we say karma is gone. Karma doesn't touch the person. That is, the jnani becomes free from this samsara. There, what the Shastram says is, when Atma Jnanam is gained and the person becomes a Jnani, then the Sanchita karma will go away. Sanchita is the whatever karma is there in the account, which is not exhausted, which is there as a balance, that will go away. And the Agami karma, that will not be there. You will not do any new karma to gain karma pala. Agami karma will not come to him. Only thing is prarabdha will be there. Only thing, the prarabdha will be there because prarabdha already started. Prarabdha also only from the other people's standpoint, not from this jnani standpoint. Jnani standpoint, what is that? He has become free. So not even prarabdha is not there for him. He just lives his life. But when he suffers or when he gets sickness, that for jnani it is not really a suffering or a sickness, because he knows, he has knowledge. Therefore, since he doesn't have this deka abhimana, therefore the pain of the body is not pain for him. Only from the other standpoint, we say prarabdha is there. Only from the people who sees, only from the other standpoint, not from the jnani standpoint. we say prarabdha because we have to account for the suffering of the jnani. Why he suffers? He is a jnani. He's prarabdha, therefore he suffers. This reason we give. This reason we give for the suffering of the jnani, which actually jnani doesn't suffer. Therefore, we say prarabdha. Prarabdha alone continues. As long as the force of prarabdha is there, so long the jnani continues to live and undergoes all the experiences which is supposed to go. So prarabdha is not exhausted. This is for the jnani. Whereas for other jiva, samsari jiva, karma will definitely come back. Unless it manifests, unless it is experienced, it is not destroyed. So this is the Srishti Krama. So starting from Brahma, then Avyakta, Prana, Mana, Satya, Loka, Karma, and Karma Pala. The Krama, the order is given. This is not a strict order, as we discussed before. Here the Tatparya is not to establish the Srishti. Tatparya is to establish that everything is Brahma, nothing is away from Brahma. So the Tatparya is not in establishing the Srishti Krama. The Tatparya is to show that everything is Brahma. Bhutayonim Vibhum. Those words what we saw in the mantra Yatadadresham Agrahyam. For that these two mantras further elaborates on that. Now the last mantra of this section, of the first Mundaka, we will read. Bhashyakara gives the Sangati to that. Uktam eva artham.
Uttameva
artham.
Upasanjighirshuhu.
Upasanjighirshuho.
Mantraha vaksyamanartam aha.
Mantraha
Vaksyamanartam aha.
Vaksyamanartam aha. Kaha Upanishad. So, aha, the mantraha aha. Mantra tells Vaksyamanartam. That is, what is to be told, the subject matter. The subject matter which is going to be told in this mantra, the ninth mantra. Vaksyamanartam aha. The mantra tells Upasanjihirshuhu. Uktam eva artham. Uktam eva artham, that is a subject matter which has been talked about in all the previous mantra. Now, Upasanjihirshuhu. Upasanjihirshuhu means Hrudatu. The dhatu you have to find. Dhatu is Hrudatu. And the Upasargas are there. And some pratyaya is added. San pratyaya is added. Jihirshuhu. Chikirshuhu. So all this Shuhu is San pratyaya, referring to the person. Like Jignasuhu, Chikirshu, Mumukshu. Mumukshu means referring to the person. Mumuksha is Icha, Muktum Icha. Mumukshu is a person. Jignasu is a person. Jignasa is Icha, Jnana Icha. Chikirsha is the desire to do. Chikirshu, the person who desires to do. Upasanjihirshuhu, referring to the person who is desirous. Desirous of what? Upasamhara, that is conclusion. Concluding. Desirous of concluding, conclusion. That is the meaning. Upasanjihirshuhu, referring to that which has the desire of concluding. So mantra desires to conclude. The Upanishad desires to conclude the topic which has been discussed so far. That is the meaning. So Hrudatu with Upa and some Upasarga, San pratyaya is added. When you add San pratyaya, this duplication happens. So Upasanjigirshu means Upasamhartum Ichuhu. Moktum Ichuhu, like Moktum Ichuhu. Upasamhartum ichuhu, upasanjigirchuhu, pratama vyakti ekavachanam can be declined like Guru Shabda. So, mantraha, aha. The mantra, the Upanishad desires to conclude the subject matter which has been discussed so far. Uttameva artham, aha, the mantra tells. So, and all, Vakshyamanam artham is what is going to be told. What is going to be told in the next chapter, the further chapters, what is going to be told. So, therefore, before going to the next topic, the Upanishad wants to conclude this topic. What is the topic? So far we discussed. The topic is Paravidya or Aparavidya. What is the current topic? Current topic is Paravidya. The next section is start Aparavidya. We need to know both Paravidya and Aparavidya so that we understand Paravidya clearly. That is the idea. That is what is the Angiras also started teaching. He told Shaunaka, Tatra para apara iti. So apara, why Bhashikar also said, why he's asking Paravidya. Why you are talking about Aparavidya? Because Paravidya also has to be told for clear understanding of Paravidya. Therefore, so far the Upanishad dealt with Paravidya. Now Upanishad going to be dealing with Aparavidya in the next section. Therefore, the Upanishad concludes now. The Paravidya topic is going to be the concluded. Therefore, this is a concluding mantra. Is it going to conclude Paravidya now? If you're going to conclude Paravidya now, then the Upanishad is over. Only 9 mantra, first section, Upanishad is over. Then we don't need to have the other sections. There are 3 chapters, each chapter having 2 sections, 6 sections are there. Then why do we need other sections? Therefore, Paravidya is not going to be concluded permanently. It is a temporary closure of Paravidya. And next topic, Aparavidya, going to be started. After that again, Angiras will come to Paravidya topic. That is why the other sections are there. So other sections are there for a reason. Paravidya is going to be talked about further. But now, for time being, it is concluded. This topic, Brahma is Jagat Karanam. So those will be further dealt with later in the other sections. Now, at present, it is concluded. Therefore, this is a concluding mantra for Paravidya, and Aparavidya going to be started. Therefore, Vakshyamana Artham, what is going to be stated later, that is in the next section. For that, this is the conclusion. We will read the mantra. Yes, Sarvagyas Sarvavit.
Yes, Sarvajya
Sarvavit.
Yasya Jnanamayam Tapaha.
Yasya
Jnanamayam
Jnanamayam
Tapaha.
Tasmadetat Brahmanama.
Tasmadetat
Etat
Brahmanama
Brahmanama.
Rupamannam Chajayate.
Rupamannam
Jayate.
Chajayate.
This is an important mantra. 2 important words are used, which often confuses the people. Sarvajna and Sarvavit. Sarvajna Sarvam Janati iti Sarvajnaha. Sarvam Vit Sarvam Veti iti Sarvavit. Sarvajna means that the knowledge, the one who has a knowledge in general. Sarvavit, he has knowledge in particular, in detail. Sarvavit. Ishvara is Sarvavit. Ishvara is Sarvavit. With Maya Upadhi, Ishvara alone can be Sarvavit. He knows everything in detail, in particular in detail. There is nothing which is not known to Ishvara because everything is visualization. So he knows, like a pot maker knows. Before creating the pot, he has a knowledge of the know-how of the pot, how to make the pot. But he has got only the knowledge of making the pot. He doesn't have knowledge of making other things. He doesn't have knowledge of making a table like a carpenter because he's a pot maker. He cannot make a table. If you give him the wood, he doesn't know how to carve table from the wood. He doesn't have that knowledge. His knowledge is therefore limited only to pot making. Only that that area of knowledge he has. But what about Ishvara? He has got knowledge in detail, in particular, all knowledge, yes. That's why Sarvavit. The word Sarvavit is applicable only to Ishvara. Jiva cannot be a Sarvavit, but Jiva can be a Sarvagya. Ishvara is Sarvagya, Jiva also can be Sarvagya. What is this Sarvagya? What is the difference between these two? We will discuss that in the next class. Important mantra this is. We stop here. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.
धन्यवाद गुरुजी।
धन्यवाद गुरुजी।
धन्यवाद
धन्यवाद गुरुजी।
धन्यवाद गुरुजी।
धन्यवाद स्वामी जी।
धन्यवाद।